There's work, then there's heavy-duty work. High-stakes, industrial-sized, bone-crushing jobs. And the guys getting it done count on one heavy-duty truck more than any other. Ford Super Duty. And we're going to show you why. There are over 800,000 oil and gas wells in America, harvesting resources that warm our homes and fuel our cars. This is about the guys who keep them pumping.
Today we're headed up to disassemble a pumping unit to bring it back into the machine shop, pulling the backhoe, basically max payload behind the pickup.
Dean Hasselhorst works for Karis Oil, which operates in the sprawling Bemis oil fields. Many of these pumping units are originals that have peppered northern Kansas for nearly 80 years. Dean's job is to keep these 22-ton monsters running day and night.
A lot of our miles are off-road miles. If we run them 100,000 plus miles, 3/4 of them are on country roads.
The pumping units are routinely hauled out for reconditioning. Dean's crew can tear one down and load it on the Super Duty in 20 minutes.
As you can see, we're moving heavy iron. The new diesel motor's been great as far as pulling the loads that we pull. No problems, frames, tires, wheels, everything is held up very well.
The Ford 6.7 Power Stroke diesel pumps out 800 foot-pounds of torque at only 1,600 RPM, which is what you need on these roads, if you can call them roads.
Typically, we drive 4,000 to 5,000 miles a month. Going from the GMC to the Ford, the fuel mileage has definitely been the biggest improvement that we could see on the bottom line.
When a reconditioned unit is installed at a new location, RB Electric lays the electrical lines that power it, far from the comfort and convenience of headquarters.
Pretty far from the shop, so got to carry everything we need.
There's spools of cable, a cherry picker, and this beast, the ditch witch.
You can get to location with one less truck and save fuel and everything else. That's what everybody's out to do. The fuel mileage on these trucks, especially like the 6.7, has just been very impressive, especially pulling. You know, having that extra power with the diesel to pull has been very helpful. And that truck loaded up will make 13 miles to the gallon 14. That's saying something.
If fuel efficiency is important to RB Electric's bottom line, it's even more important to Pioneer Natural Resources. Across the U.S., Pioneer runs more than 1,500 Ford trucks in its drilling and production operations, which include more than 10,000 oil and natural gas wells.
If we didn't have the Super Duties, if they weren't up and running, I can't get personnel to the well sites, I can't get people to the compressors. If we're not running, we're not producing gas.
Loaded with the heavy equipment and supplies needed to handle any possible scenario, each Super Duty transports crewmen to remote wells over dangerous mountain roads. Once up and running, they can drill 100 feet an hour. When they reach the coal bed, they begin pumping the natural gas.
It's very dangerous work. We're dealing with high pressures. We're also dealing with high temperatures. Also, we're out here 24/7 just to keep this equipment running.
To keep the trucks running, Pioneer maintains them in-house with their own mechanics and technicians.
The 6.7 is there. We've had them a little over a year. Other than just preventive maintenance, oil changes, we haven't had any issues.
These guys depend on their tools to help keep the oil and gas flowing. And in overwhelming numbers, there's one tool they rely on more than any other: Ford Super Duty.
I've been in fields where they've tried the Chevys, and it just seems like at the end of the day, the Ford trucks perform, stay together, and are a usable asset day in and day out.